what's up?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Isn't it nighttime where you're at?
Yeah, it's 12 a.m.
Oh my God. Are you a night owl? Is that why? Or
Yeah, I've had a messed up schedule like last week.
all right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. What's going to be helpful to you is if you actually got a pen and a piece of paper or something to take notes. Our brain has a tendency to remember things better if you're actually like writing it out.
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
Okay, solid. This is more of an exercise for you to prepare yourself mentally for what's next so that you can grow not just your business, but you as an entrepreneur. So we
Mhm.
tend to find that after the first 90 days, once we are doing something for about, I want to say 30 to 65 days or so, there kind of tends to be this like plateau or moment where we sort of drop off just in general. Human beings are, well, creatures of habit. This is why so many people struggle with consistency. It takes a really long time for something to become or transition from habit to just part of your norm. Sometimes life events or just disconnecting from the reason why we started in the first place or what our goals actually look like, which I'm going to have you kind of reassess that for yourself. Sometimes we need that to be the kick in the ass or to help us recalibrate, you know? So I know that you've jumped on a couple times to some of the group coaching calls. And it's pretty clear that you are having at the moment a little bit of a lack, either a lack of clarity or a lack of consistency, and that's impacting your traction and momentum. So this will probably be beneficial for you. So number
Yeah.
one that you're going to be writing down is for yourself, whatever your current revenue is and or current number of people you are working with. So your current revenue might potentially be on paper zero, but you might actually have a couple people that are either active clients or people that you are helping or servicing, right? And so if they're both zero, whatever you write down, then that's an indicator that we don't want it to be zero.
I'm done with all the clients which I worked with earlier in terms
Okay.
of students with the 90-day cycles, and I'm just getting back to coaching again. So it's 0-0.
Got it. Okay. So definitely we don't want that to stay like that, right? Because then that means that our business is going to flatline. So that's number one. Number two is what's the biggest breakthrough you've had so far in your entrepreneurial journey overall? So this doesn't have to be related to our program, the support you got, anything like that. It's just a breakthrough in general. So maybe the breakthrough is related to your offer. Maybe your breakthrough is I realize the kind of clients I don't want to work with. Maybe your breakthrough is actually I want to be able to get my time back. Like the sky's the limit. There's no right or wrong answer. And then number three. Now I'm going to encourage for number three, don't be surface level for yourself. Okay. So the question is for number three, what's your vision for your life and business? And I'm going to strongly encourage Krishnov that you don't just write like I'm making 40K per month, or that you don't just simply say like I can travel when I want. I would encourage you to go one level deeper at least to tell yourself and write it on paper. Why do I want to make that amount of money for my business? What would that mean for me? Or what does that do for me as a person? And the same thing for your life. Why does that matter? Why does that matter to Krishnov right now? Number four, the person who you are 3 years from now. I want you to fast forward as if you did have a crystal ball 3 years from now. So up to now, you've kind of mapped out and reflected, right? And a lot of what you've written out is sort of rooted in the past. Like you might not be wholly aware of that in this moment. But a lot of times when we make decisions about what are the things that are my goals, it's because we didn't hit those goals in the past, right? Or we started off with the intention of aiming for those specific goals because we had the opposite kind of experience growing up or in our life or in business, et cetera, that are continuing to propel us toward that which is rooted in the why. And we could go so many more levels deep beyond just these first two levels. But right now, I want to recommend that you pivot in your mind to kind of this a little bit abstract, creative sort of thinking, Krishna. I want you to think about the future version of you and whatever those goals mean for that version of you, right? Krishnov 3.0.